Eleanor sighed with that infuriatingly polished calm she wielded like a weapon. Lila, darling, your father and I talked it over. The venue, Riverside Terrace, was just too extravagant. We can't justify that kind of expense for a party. We'll find something more sensible. Sensible? Heat crept up my neck, my face flushing with anger. I've dreamed of celebrating there since I was 16. Riverside was perfect. We already put down a deposit. How much could you even save by canceling now? A pause. Too long. Then. It's not just the money, Lila, she said, her tone dipping into something patronizing. It's about setting realistic expectations. With Ryan's background, maybe it's wiser to start smaller. The implication hit me like a slap. My stomach twisted and I ended the call with a curt, "We'll talk later," knowing full well the decision was already carved in stone. I'm Lila Grayson, 29. Raised in the manicured lawns of Cincinnati's elite Crestwood Heights by parents drowning in wealth. But I've spent my adult life clawing out my own path. I built a thriving career in architectural design without Dad's Rolodex, bought a condo with my own money, not a dime from the family trust, and fell hard for Ryan Patel, a brilliant software developer who rose from nothing to something extraordinary. My parents? They couldn't see past his faded jeans and quiet demeanor. All I wanted was one night, one flawless moment, to blend my worlds, to announce our engagement in a place that felt like me. Now, with less than a week's notice, they'd ripped that away. Back at my desk, my phone buzzed. A text from my sister, Sophie. Mom just told me about Riverside. So sorry. But silver lining. She's upgrading my birthday venue to offset the family embarrassment. Isn't that awesome? I read it 3 times, each word sinking deeper like a blade. They didn't cancel for cost. They canceled because they were ashamed of Ryan, of our engagement, of me. Worse? Sophie's birthday was the weekend after my would-be party. The truth was brutal. Appearances trumped everything in the Grayson family. Dad, a titan of Cincinnati's commercial real estate scene, thrived on golf course handshakes and gala clout. Mom chaired every prestigious cultural board, ensuring our name glittered in society pages. Sophie, 2 years my junior, was their golden child, polished, predictable, dating approved guys, chasing a law degree she didn't even want. Me? I veered off script. In college, I designed community centers in rough neighborhoods instead of pledging Mom's sorority. Post-grad, I turned down Dad's cushy corner office at Grayson Enterprises for a scrappy firm focused on sustainable design. Every choice stretched the rift wider. But I thought they respected my hustle until Ryan. I met him at a tech conference where I pitched smart building designs. In a sea of suits, he stood out in a plain shirt and worn jeans, asking questions so sharp they cut through the noise. We talked for hours over coffee, his brilliance and kindness a stark contrast to the shallow polish of my parents' circle. 6 months later, he proposed with a simple, stunning ring he'd designed himself. My parents' response? Tepid smiles and a nudge for a long engagement, just to be sure. Dad's words, "Marriage is forever, Lila. You need to really know someone." Translation: they hoped I'd dump Ryan for someone better. The engagement party they grudgingly agreed to host was a mirage. 3 days after the cancellation, I dropped by their house unannounced, dodging their calls to cool my fury. Cars lined the driveway, my aunt's Lexus, Dad's partner's Escalade, Sophie's Audi. Inside, I found them in the sunroom, poring over catering menus and floral sketches. Mom gushed, "Riverside Terrace has that gorgeous light, perfect for the head table by the river." "What is this?" My voice sliced through their chatter. 5 heads swiveled, startled. Mom recovered first. "Lila, we didn't expect you. We're just planning Sophie's birthday at Riverside. Available because you cancel my party?" I said, my calm masking the storm inside. Dad stood, smoothing his polo. "Let's talk privately, Lila." "Why?" "Everyone here knows you axed my engagement party, said it was too pricey. Then booked the same damn venue for Sophie." "Explain that." Mom's society smile didn't waver. "It's not that simple, darling. Sophie's guest list suits Riverside. Your father's connections. The optics. So my guests weren't good enough? My moment didn't matter." I snapped. "That's not it," Dad cut in. "We've indulged this phase of yours, the little firm, the modest condo, Ryan." "But, Ryan." My voice sharpened. "What's my fiancé got to do with this?" They exchanged that look, the one signaling an unwelcome truth. Mom spoke first. He's not suitable, Lila. Nice, sure. But no ambition, no pedigree, nothing to offer. Except love, integrity, and a brilliant mind. I shot back. Things that actually count. Dad sighed. He's not enough for this family, Lila. We're saving you from a mistake. The words gutted me. In that sunroom surrounded by plans for Sophie's triumph, I saw them for what they were. Shallow, controlling, blind to who I'd become. I left without another word. That night in my condo, I sobbed to Ryan. He listened, his face more sorrowful than bitter. I'm sorry they hurt you, he said, taking my hands. I'm not shocked they hate me. I thought they'd try to know you, I whispered. I thought family mattered more than status. Ryan's smile was bittersweet. Some people only value what they already get. I don't fit their mold. His quiet strength sparked an idea. Let's throw our own party, I said. Simple, real less. He hesitated. Your family. Lila, I don't want to drive a wedge. You're not. They are. Let's do this our way. Over 2 days I poured my pain into action. Booked a brewery rooftop, pinged friends, designed invites. It was shaping up beautifully, a celebration of us. Then Friday hit. Sophie called. Mom invited the Carsons to my party, she blurted. The Carsons, Ethan Carson's family, her ex. A banking heir my parents adored. They'd mourned her breakup with him to date Nate, a pharma rep they deemed lesser. Now they were meddling again. She told Nate the party's off. Family issues, but didn't invite him, Sophie added. She's doing to you what they did to me, I said. Not quite, she laughed dryly. I'm the favorite. They're not canceling my party, just curating it. But Lila, I'm sorry about what they said about Ryan. It was awful. Come to our party, I urged, a spark igniting. Bring Nate. We'll celebrate under their noses. Silence. Then I can't. Dad's announcing my promotion to junior partner at the firm. I've busted my ass for this. I can't risk it even for you. So you'll let them puppeteer your life for a title? I pressed. What about Nate? I'll fix it with him. Not all of us can torch bridges, Lila. I've got realities to weigh. Her words stung. Even my sister, my almost ally, chose their game over me. Saturday morning, when my party should have been, I woke to Ryan sipping coffee on our balcony. Let's go to Sophie's party, he said. I nearly spat my coffee. Why? They'll treat you like dirt. Running away feels like losing, he replied. Showing up being us, that's fighting back. They'll be brutal, I warned. He shrugged. They already think I'm trash. What's left to lose? At Riverside Terrace that night, my nerves were a live wire. The place glowed, a river views, chandeliers, flowers that screamed money. Mom spotted us, her smile flickering. Lila, darling, this is a private event. We didn't invite you. I know, I said, still in my whisper. You made my place clear. But Sophie's my sister, I'm here for her. Of course, she said tightly. Just don't make this about your drama. It's Sophie's night. The evening was a slow bleed. Dad ignored us, fawning over the Carsons, seating Ethan next to Sophie despite her squirming. Ryan got sidelined, served last, mistaken for staff. Then Dad's toast. Tonight we celebrate Sophie Grayson values. Excellence, the right connections. His eyes flicked to Ethan. She's now junior partner at Grayson Enterprises, leading our venture with Carson Financial. The room clapped. I froze. This wasn't a party, it was a dynasty deal, locking Sophie in. It hit me. This wasn't just about Ryan. It was about control. Ryan stiffened. I followed his gaze. Dad was huddled with a stranger who kept staring at us, awestruck. Who's that? I whispered. Mark Ellison, Ryan muttered. CEO of Apex Tech. We're leaving, he said. Standing. As we slipped out, I saw Ellison grab Dad, gesturing wildly. In the car I pressed. Spill it. Ryan exhaled. My project, the healthcare algorithm I've been hush about? It's done. Apex is buying it Monday for $175 million. My jaw dropped. Million? Ryan, that's insane. Ellison must have recognized me, he said. Thought your dad knew. My phone lit up, calls from Dad, Mom. A text from Sophie. What did Ryan do? Dad and Ellison are freaking out. At home, Ryan showed me the press release. Apex Tech acquires MediPredict for $175 million. I couldn't tell you, he said. NDAs were tight. Then Dad called, voice dripping with deference. Lila, is Ryan there? We'd love to discuss an opportunity. Grayson's moving into medical offices and his tech. I cut in. Brunch tomorrow, 11 a.m., Riverside Terrace. We'll talk. He jumped at it. After hanging up, Ryan frowned. You sure? Dead sure, I said. They'll see who you are where our party should have been. Next day, Riverside sparkled in sunlight. No shadows to hide in. My parents arrived, all smiles and charm. Sophie tagged along with Nate, a quiet rebellion. Ryan wore his usual jeans. I dressed as architect Lila, not Grayson heiress. Dad gushed, David or Ryan, Ellison raves about you. I slid a folder across the table, the acquisition docs. Ryan founded MediPredict. Apex is buying it tomorrow for $175 million. Oh, and didn't Grayson pitch Apex last year and get shut down? Dad paled. Mom stammered, you should have told us, Ryan. We thought he was nothing because he's not flashy? I finished. Novel idea. Judging people for who they are, not what they flaunt. Sophie gaped. MediPredict? Nate interviewed there, crazy selective. Skills over status, I said pointedly. Dad coughed. We misjudged. Let's host your engagement party here properly. No thanks, I said, standing. Next Saturday, Mill Creek Brewery rooftop, our way with people who get us. I'm not here for apologies. I'm here so you see what you lost. Not just a brilliant son-in-law.